So when you do that over time, what I found years ago with the gray rocking and just focusing on what exactly the topic was, absolutely no emotion, was that while it infuriated the other person and was, kind of scary, I've dealt with, scary narcissists who are ragers and who can be, that's the reality of narcissists. They can be violent and aggressive, and it can be very scary. And a lot of times what we did was, to be safe, was we just appeased them, and so now you're not appeasing them. And so it's scary for you too. But the more you do it, the more you'll realize that they're not being fed, right? So we can talk about narcissists not being fed. And when they're not being fed and they're getting more frustrated, but they're not abusing you, or you don't have to let the abuse happen to you anymore. So you're actually taking back control over the situation, regardless that they're losing their mind and going bananas. You, by gray rocking, are actually taking control of the narrative and which way things are going to go. And you're not engaging in that back and forth, because it always comes to that, because that's what they want. And when you're not engaging in the back and forth, and you said what you said, you don't need to respond and say it 500 other times, because they're going to keep picking and pushing. But those things, when you start to do those over time, what helped for me was that gray rocking really helped to separate me from that trauma bond, that even though I didn't want to be there anymore, they still wanted to be there, right? So I'm not feeding them anymore, and so they're just like falling off in a sense. They'll never be nice to you later. And if they are, that's a narcissist's tool, is their kindness, right? But you will have the stability in your life now that you needed by having control over that situation with your responses and how you're responding and what you will do and what you won't do. You are starting to instill your boundaries again, and they can just be mad over there in the corner. Let them be.